Hi, my name is Patrick Grant and I work for Walero. At Walero we've developed a range of temperature regulating underwear to deal with the issues around heat stress and fatigue. The first thing you'll notice when you unbox Walero is how soft it is. We don't use Nomex like other brands, we use something called Protal. And Protal works slightly differently to Nomex, which carbonizes when it's touched by a flame. Protal fibers actually emit tiny amounts of inert gas. That creates a barrier between the flame and the fibers of the fabric, and without the oxygen, it's harder for the flame to ignite, and that's where our flame retardantness comes from. This process actually allows us to more than double the SFI and FIA criteria for flame retardantness. Because the front of our balaclava is double layered, nearly triple the levels required by the FIA and SFI. The most important thing about Walero though is the temperature regulation. We've licensed a product called Outlast. Now Outlast was actually developed for NASA and using astronauts' gloves. Outlast is actually something called a phase change molecule, or a PCM. This is actually a wax that's encased in a protein, and when you get hot, the heat is absorbed by the Outlast, by the wax, and turned into a liquid state. And as it needs to, it gives it back to you and turns into a solid state. And that's a constant process. And that's where the temperature regulation comes from. If you get too hot, it absorbs the heat, and as you cool, it gives it back to you. From this process, we've actually reduced heart rate and dropped perspiration by up to 30%. We're working with more of a prevention rather than cure. We actually just stop you sweating as much. And because of that process, your body's actually able to stay hydrated, and that in turn reduces the effects of heat stress and fatigue. We've also treated the fabric with an antimicrobial, Envirotech Plus. This is a hospital-grade antimicrobial and treats 99% of bacteria, and also deals with fungal spores and other issues associated around with hygiene. For more information, visit walero.uk or follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram @Walero Motorsports.